possible. We've heard from Ash. I would be incredibly surprised if they get away with it, especially considering they are not feeling too great themselves. Let's see how it goes for them. Snax is back in an international land once again. I love this guy as an OG fan of VP. But what can he do at age 30 with a brand new team?
Yeah, and on Ancients as well, a map that's proven to be so good for MIBR, arguably their second best map. I'm quite surprised it's ended up here, not like GamerLegion have a very deep map pool at the moment, so it's going to be, or as always was going to be tough for them coming into the veto. Stock standard approach in the pistol drop, looking to get ahead of the smoke, rattling off the shots himself, and Brunsan locking it down on the B bomb site. What a way for them to announce their presence on the server.
And the desk brought him up, and he delivers in round one. Brunsan is on great form at the moment. Online, of course, translating that into LAN straight away. And honestly, from what I've seen of him as well, had a chance to cast a number of the qualifiers they've done. He is looking really nice. Now, Acor's got a molly lineup here.
Yeah, no
This will be a molly that can possibly deny this round. You're absolutely right in saying there's no defuse kit. That'll be chucked in now, but he'll get deleted instantly, and I think they're safe because of it. That's unfortunate. If Acor managed to waste more time there, he would have been fine, and wow, Instani judged that quite literally to perfection.
Yeah, he's going to say that was calculated, man. He knew all along. And you know what? I mean, there was about a second and a half, maybe 2 seconds left on the bomb before it blew up there. So, yeah, actually was quite important that he got on it when he did and didn't delay anymore. So, MIBR open up with the pistol. Perfect way for them to begin their campaign here. Have had some recent LAN experience, of course, playing in the Parry Please event. GamerLegion, they've only played 8 maps in total of CS2 right now, so they're ice cold and not in the way the Zoomers use it either. They are, they don't have the reps. They could be a bit rusty.
No, the reps are really bad for GamerLegion. I mean, listen, it's a fun little fact to pop into the equation that they're technically the only team in World CS right now to have beaten FaZe on CS2.
True.
But that was a BA1 in Sydney in the opening game.
And with the rematch, FaZe cleaned them up 13-6.
Exactly.
All right, force buy from GamerLegion, going to try and head in towards this bomb site exit on the angle. He's done a kill, he's found a kill, but done a lot of damage thereafter. Safe the next man called into action, and he's up to the challenge. Really important double kill there to rescue the round.
Yeah, recovers it into that 2 versus 2. Bomb can go down though for GamerLegion, and that will be something they can work with in the future, even if this round goes awry. But this is now very doable. Snax up close, sees the shadow, takes the frag. It's drop 1v2. And he has a massive shadow. That is a bit overzealous from Snax this time. He's going to get pre-fired out. It's down to Volt against Drop. 2 4-letter aliases. But one of them needs a 5-letter clutch. Drop moving forward. Volt has the angle. And he will win out the second round for GamerLegion. That is a great opening rebuttal.
Yeah, Drop actually read that very nicely, expecting Volt to be behind the boxes on the site, but unfortunately not able to deal a lick of damage. So what a response from GamerLegion after they lose the pistol round, get themselves on winning ways, or into winning ways, should I say, after they're able to win the force buy. Very direct and simple approach coming through from them. 5 players through A main, forcing the fights, trading their way forward and locking down the post plant.
Indeed, that is really impressive. And of course, it's not just Snax's VP experience that is obvious. If you are tier 2 enjoyers, like the two of us, you'll know that he's had a number of teams that he's worked with in tier 2. Lettuce Cook, of course, being one of them, which eventually became Pompa. And I think that Lettuce Cook roster with, funnily enough, Bialy playing with him, I believe, had a couple of quality results earlier in the year. I think they beat Fnatic and Monty back-to-back back in March. But of course, that is a long time ago now. And while I personally do love Snax, as I said, whether this is an improvement for GamerLegion or not remains to be seen. We can't all tell what is going on with them and how they're reacting to CS2 just off of IEM Sydney.
Yeah, and the teams he was calling for, Pompa and Lettuce Cook, Ancient actually was the map in their wheelhouse as well. So
it was.
You know that he's going to be able to continue that form through here into GamerLegion. Force buy in response from MIBR after they lose against the Force. Looking to do to GamerLegion what was just done to them. The problem is they've got far weaker weapons at their disposal, just upgraded pistols. And I mean, there's no way into the round from here. You got to kind of accept your fate. I like seeing teams go for a gamble stack in these sorts of force buys. And if they go to the opposite bomb site, you just end up saving your pistols and then carrying through the forced weapons into the next, and you just eco around them. Still have something to work with.
Yeah.
I mean, there's no instance you'd go for the retake in this sort of a situation. Just call it a day.
And they're going to do exactly that. A-Core will get the bomb down. And this is going to be a nice recovery for GamerLegion. That actually, funnily enough, in this round, they've used every single piece of utility to confirm this bomb plant in a 5v5. And right now, there's 1,000 HP intact. We could be in for one of those unicorn rounds coming in here.
Yeah, if they get far away enough from the bomb, that is. Which
True.
I don't think that's going to happen.
On Ancient, that is
Can you get far away enough?
cruel mistress on Ancient. It certainly is.
Yeah, and they even increased the bomb explosion range coming into CS2. I remember there was a graphic put out which indicated how much damage you take depending on where you are positioned and if the bomb's planted on default on A, and it's actually just ridiculous. Either way, I think they will take a bit of chip damage here. There we go.
Damn.
There goes your unicorn trap.
Ruined.
Yeah.
Unicorns don't exist, that's why.
Oh yeah, true. Proof is in the pudding. Unicorn pudding.
MIBR have been a pretty decent team on Ancient recently. They beat Big in that BetBoom Dacha qualifier.
Yeah.
And eventually qualified for the main event in Dubai there. So more good online work from them there. They pushed Spirit to all 24 rounds as well. And Spirit are one of the best teams right now on Ancient. I think they're on a ridiculous like 12 win streak or something. So
yeah, we got to cast that game, didn't we?
We did.
Yeah, and it was actually looking very good for MIBR at one point, and then they let the game slip through their fingers. But if they can bring that same form we saw from them against Spirit, I mean, I'm backing them, man. Ancient's a really good map for the Brazilian team.
Yeah, unfortunately, at the end of that game, MIBR just got donked. But there's a man by the name of Insani who can do some of that to a lot of people.
Yeah.
In EU. He is one of the most talked about, of course, in Brazil. Young talent for the future and for the present. Quick pause. Hopefully not too long. They've been getting resolved at the snap of a finger so far.
Do you pick MIBR or Furia at the moment?
That is a really good question. Because right now, even though Furia have the pieces, especially with K Serato choosing to stay on the team rather than maybe go for an arguable upgrade to Liquid, I would maybe, as time goes on, start ever so slightly eking toward MIBR because they have the two pieces that Furia got rid of, but Safe is looking kind of rejuvenated on this team.
Yeah, I think if I had to buy stocks in either one of the rosters, I'd see a lot more potential for growth in MIBR than I would Furia. Either way, Force Buy carried through here, so there's no investment in the round for MIBR, but they still have some weapons to work with. They're going to be looking for some damage. They don't want to allow for all 5 players to stay alive on GamerLegion again, who have already built up a bit of head steam here in terms of their economy. Ooh. Missed nade nearly proves to be a fatal one, but both Volt and Snacks will survive.
Not sure how Snacks has survived. Triple on the round for him. Just Insanity and exits, pistols to remain. And yeah, it's going to be fascinating to see how quickly MIBR, if at all, get back into this, because previous form indicates they should very quickly.
Yeah.
Drop, of course, has been a player that has, for me, been a bit of a question mark. Maybe the only question mark at the moment with MIBR. It was a question mark on Furia for a long time, of course. Didn't deliver the numbers in the big matches at big lands. He crumbled under the pressure slightly. Been improving slightly recently, but I still see moments from him which indicate that it's a little bit questionable. Exit kills for Exit. Can he get a gun upgrade, though? That is the question. The answer is no. Snacks will flank him. Quad kill for Snacks. Up to 5 already.
Yeah, good start coming through for the IGL. There's always the theory if your IGL's fragging, the calls get improved and elevated as well. Not sure how much I subscribe to that mentality, to be honest with you. I think as an IGL, you've got to be able to call your best game regardless of what's happening in terms of your individual level and performance.
Yeah. It's crazy that Exit is now the veteran of the team as well. Been trying to get that gun on the Exit, but yeah, it feels like it really hasn't been that long. I think he's been 2.5 years on MIBR now. Feels like only 2.5 years. You had the roster with Tarek and Skewy. Goodness me. Exit now is the main port of call on the A-bomb site.
Yeah. Incendiary deployed early on there. That's going to send GamerLegion packing. They were thinking maybe MIBR puts the lion's share of their defense in towards middle early on, and they could find some space over on that A-bomb site, but that's not the case. So now it's going to be falling back and reverting to plan B. Lots of util still to play with as well, so that's perfectly fine. They've also bled MIBR dry in the early stages here.
Yeah, they've got so many options now, GamerLegion. As long as they don't lose too many picks in going for this. Of course, Ash mentioned that the boot camp's been going very smoothly. Maybe not the players' health going very smoothly, but at least the CS is at the moment.
Yeah.
Let's see if they can translate that right now. We're about to push into mid. Insani is in Donut. I think he'll spot something and fall away. You can see him translating that information over to his teammates now. And Insani, oh, they're going to go through a smoke against him. That is a risky GamerLegion, but the smoke in the end doesn't matter because the flash was really good. And Volt will double up.
Wonderfully played coming through from GamerLegion. Insani caught a glimpse of one player, but had no idea there were actually 4 coming in his direction. And I love that GamerLegion don't respect that smoke either. Straight through off the back of a flash, perfect flash. Insani was able to round the corner, but then they just overwhelm him straight afterwards. And MIBR won the pistol, but we haven't seen much out of them since then.
Exactly. This is a very well-drilled looking GamerLegion. All the facts, the outside information, things that we've heard indicate that MIBR should be better. All the facts that GamerLegion just haven't played much CS2.
Means they were a bit of an anomaly coming into this,
It
right?
does. It
like
does.
a dark horse in a way. We know the name value that the team has, but we didn't know what level to expect out of them.
Yeah.
And that could have worked in their favor as well. I mean, there was no content for these teams to go off of to study GamerLegion, to anti-strat and prep for them. Whereas GamerLegion have heaps they could have looked at in MIBR, and they know if they floated Ancient that there would be a really good chance it would feature as the map.
Exactly. Very good point. And yeah, I think maybe we're seeing some of that play out right now. GamerLegion as well. It's funny you should say a bit of an anomaly. And maybe still a roster we still know a lot about though, but they've lost those pieces, the Shui, Ima pieces.
Yeah.
Which put them on the map. And the fact that they've survived so long in these events is still pretty impressive. They're surviving off that ranking, of course, which they got from that incredible placing at the Paris Major. But now they need to prove that ranking. Dios, because they're starting to prove it again right now. MIBR, solid team and exit.
Stuck in the corner.
Stuck and removed. Nothing he can do. Safe, Burnzan and Drop need to find a way back in. Drop will find one, but already it's a situation with the smokes up. How do you get back in? Safe could possibly creep forward and spray the left-hand side of that smoke, of course. That is the lineup for that. It's almost a default plant now on the corner, very corner of that site. It's a bit exposed. Won't find anything though, and I think for me, and for them, it's going to be a fallback once again. Another save. And Safe won't be allowed to save.
Yeah, it was an eco round, so they will afford the full buy in the next regardless. They can drop an AWP across as well to Safe in this next round. I think everybody just expected GamerLegion to fold like a house of cards after Ime and Shui ended up leaving the roster.
Yeah.
You know, Ime going to Na'Vi, of course, and Shui back to Miles in the main team this time round. And the fact that they've remained competitive and relevant and kept up their ranking has been very impressive. And I think a lot of credit has to be given to Ash as well. You know, the one common denominator throughout all of the iterations of these rosters. I know when Ime was on HLTV Confirmed, he couldn't actually say enough good things about Ash and the prep that he has and the way he brings a team together and the way he combines different personalities to make sure there's a balance in the roster. And I wonder if he's struck gold here once again.
Very possibly. Alan mentioned on the desk, of course, that you know, they don't want to count out an Ash-led team. Maybe a bit of British bias there, but
yeah,
you can accept some of that. You're with me. It's fine.
I'm supposed to balance it out here, man. I'm leaning into it as well.
Unfortunately, or fortunately, in GamerLegion's case, it's a good sign for sure.
Yeah, 5 in a row here.
Back into the action. MIBR needs to find a handle hold, and it's the one on the CT side of Ancient as well. They do need it, for sure. Round 7, Safe looking to go a little bit more aggressive with the AWP, perhaps. Outside of A, looking for more. And he has got a pretty wide angle, but of course that's going to expire at some point. With that Molotov that will obviously eventually dissipate, but Isaac will already be dissipated. He's removed by Burnzan, going aggressive through Jaguar. There's some of that aggression that we want to see. And Kios tried to answer back there with a bit of cheeky, slow aggression, but couldn't complete that kill this time.
Yeah, narrowly missing out on his opportunity. I did like that he was kind of just feeling the situation there, getting ahead of the smoke, recognized he had a window of opportunity, but just missed it as it closed out. Brinzan knows he's got the opening kill. Now he's just trying to play for control, but Kios takes his head. Drop called into action. Will be able to hold down the line. A multi-kill comes through from him, not expecting a third player out of cave, and Volt is looking electric.
I wrote down in my own personal notes that Volt needs to be one of the men that will step up in this team, and he's done it again in this round. 2 important kills to recover the situation, and he's pushing forward for the possibility of a third. Insani surely is so screwed here. He's safe from behind. He can push to this at any time he wants, and he takes it. But in the meantime, Insani removed his teammates. So it was a little bit slow from Volt, but it still gives him a chance in this 1v1. Safe has a kit. Made a few sound cues, dropping that gun. Volt, oh, shoulder scene, and Volt goes for the wide swing and hits it. Big quad kill. And GamerLegion seem like they're here to play in Jönköping.
What a massive round coming through from Volt there to help his team recover that situation. A numerical deficiency for GamerLegion actually ends up being converted and they get it across the line. Have a look at the replay here from Volt and what he's able to do. Drop gets caught looking at ramp. That was a free frag for Volt. Thereafter, it's all about the big brain play. As you say, lost his teammate, but still made good of it as he was able to complete the clutch.
Yeah, I mean, that kill onto Exit, I've got to maybe question Exit for being sort of in the open as he was there, looking for that trade. I mean, maybe it's the fact that you wouldn't expect another player there, but it's such a hard angle to win as a CT these days when a T just wide swings it and clears it. If they hit the shot, even if they hit a spray, it's hard for you to at least get the recovery kill. So yeah, Exit positioning, maybe catching him off guard there slightly. And that will cost MIBR another situation. Perhaps they looked like they had the advantage. Acor will get tagged, but Volt will do the frag. Brinzan will drop this time. And of course, the money for MIBR, it's at a weird spot. They still have that safe AWP, of course, but other than that, again, it's just a half purchase. How do they get the safe AWP in play?
Yeah, that's what they need. That's the win factor right now. And Sani, that was supposed to be a free kill. He should still finish off the job. No Snacks. That's crispy on the headshot. Eventually, he will go down as expected, but look at how much space he's created over towards that B side, pulling both Drop and Insani in that direction. So his teammates should be able to finish off the job. Safe is going to be reluctant to even go for the retake here with his AWP. We were all wondering what sort of form we'd see GamerLegion coming into the event. And it's looking really good off the bat here right now, man.
It really is. Team play looks really good as well. Even that situation there with Isaac pushed up. Waited for his teammates before he went for another swing. Even with a smoke to shield him from being picked off long range from CT. Kios and Snacks team up to deal with that one. Snacks did the majority of the damage to kick us off. Kios finds another important kill. And Kios was one of the people, of course, on this GamerLegion roster, which the desk questioned, we've questioned. A bit more of a supportive element to this team, but I think all of them need to team together, frag well for GamerLegion to do well, and right now that's exactly what they're doing.
Yeah, I think, you know, losing the likes of Ime and Shui drop them down a notch in terms of firepower. I mean, Snacks is actually performing at an impressive level in general, but everybody has to kind of elevate their own game sort of 5 to 7% to negate the players that they lost. And somebody like, you know, Isaac, Kios, these guys who could normally kind of just be like your third best player in the team need to take it up a notch. Volt is playing phenomenally well right now as well. Great start to the LAN coming through for him.
Yeah, like I said, he's one that maybe will need to be the point of call. Right now, he is doing fantastic work. And as you rightly point out, this change-up from GamerLegion is brilliant. So often, teams don't play someone on the A site and play retake. And GamerLegion, they're maybe not surprised that they've actually walked into an open site this time, but it might not be a one round, even though they've got such a quick bomb plant. Orps will exchange kills. Safe gets one, Acor gets one. 4v4, one kit, and other kit, sorry, I should say, 2 kits on Drop and Exit. And Insani will take an important one back on Acor. It's now the Rifles to try and peak on timing. This is something, of course, that we saw the teams need to do these days, and Volt's doing it again. He and Snacks find one apiece, but there's Insani, and it's now Snacks. He's trying to line up a dunk to break open that smoke, but it's not going to be, and MIBR will finally find an answer.
Yeah, finally, 7 rounds in a row they lose. They won the pistol, nothing from that point up until they're able to complete the retake. And it's good to see they have the protocols in place to retake the A bomb site when they play that heavy mid setup where they all lean in towards middle in the early stages. We saw GamerLegion attempt that round or that strategy earlier when Exit just dropped the incendiary and then sent them packing back towards middle. This time they don't meet any resistance. They keep up the pressure in towards A, but the retake was absolutely on point. Great util usage, great avenues of entry, and then locking it down there to defuse the bomb.
Yeah, and fantastic work from Insani as well. His 3 kills meant everything to MIBR in that round. Already, we're straight back into some fast action for GamerLegion, though. It's mid this time, but once again, it's Insani. This young kid, one for the future, as I said, and definitely one for the present. He is so clean on those M4A4 sprays. And Kios is caught in the open, fighting. And Drop will obviously take advantage of that. Click of a finger, and Isaac and Acor are 2v5.
That looked like one of those gunfights that Kios was involved in, that he kind of just expected to win, and eventually he loses his life out. Brinzan takes a lot of damage to the molly, but gets out with his life intact. And MIBR don't have to do anything from here, so I'm quite happy to see them falling back into the bomb sites themselves. Play the long game, force GamerLegion to make that next move. And there we go, everything falling into place. They're going to keep numbers alive in this round as well, so they can continue to build their economy and build themselves back into this game. 6
kills in 2 rounds for Insani, and all incredibly impactful as well. 1 on a retake, 1 on a gun round. He's here to play. Acor doesn't want to be here to play in this round. He wants out. He wants to save, but unfortunately, he's got a whole 35 seconds still to do so. Going to maybe clear close right. He'd be right to do so. And actually manages to pre-fire drop. Gets dinked for his troubles. 3 HP. Of course, that will be communicated over. So maybe Acor is still a little bit stuck. There is an HE on exit, but unfortunately, there's no position to fling that in and even catch Acor. He is pinched in, though. So saving this AWP is going to be a problem. Does he clear safe? He does, but it was a left eye peek as we saw it. Safe had the right eye peek, saw a leg first, and even a tickle to the little toe would have taken Acor out of that one.
Yeah, good look at the aggression coming through in towards middle here. GamerLegion just looking to try and keep up as much pressure as they can coming into the next round, but MIBR up to the task. There's a bit of a resurgence coming through from the Brazilian team here. I really feel like they need the last 2 remaining rounds in this first half. I think 8-4, wouldn't say that's an unassailable lead for GamerLegion, but it'll be very difficult for MIBR to come back from that. When MIBR do play on Ancient, they actually normally have a far superior CT side than their T side, 61% compared to the 48 respectively. So we haven't seen that out of them just yet. Now they have to get most of their rounds on their unfavorable side, statistically speaking.
Exactly. Might lean to me slightly favouring GamerLegion as this game has evolved, but let's see. Kios is up a long way up the B ramp here. And Bernzan's going to re-smoke it. Kios will obviously communicate that over and probably say, okay, guys, they don't know I'm here. They've smoked deep, but that's a great reaction from Drop. Kios had the drop on Drop, but Drop dropped him.
And dropped his gun. There's an AK, and he will be able to reach across and grab it. He wants more. As you say, it was a great adjustment there from Drop. I mean, Kios would have loved the position that he was in, just not able to do anything with it, unfortunately. He is really taking a lot of liberty towards ramp, is Kios. As Isaac finds a frag, but goes down straight afterwards, and that maintains the advantage for MIBR, even furthered now by Safe.
Snacks, though, will be able to get one in return. That's Drop to go down. And Insani's 11 HP. Surely will go down to Snacks as well. And the trade gets back to a 2 versus 2. But Safe, he's picked Acor off already. And Snacks,
20 seconds.
I think he's got time, but the problem is it's been heard already.
Yeah, Exit's read this like a book, man. He's going to be in the perfect place to shut this one down. Snacks doesn't have time on his side to try and clear it out. And it's unfortunately runs straight into the crosshair. Yeah, a bit of an overthinking there, I think, from Snacks. You know, you're on the bomb site, you've got the bomb in your hands, guaranteed a plant if he stuck it. Not like money would have made much of a difference, though. Last round of the first half, and it's been a good fight back from MIBR. 3 in a row.
Yeah, nicely done. I'd have liked to have seen Snacks just go for the duels there, to be honest, rather than... No, I'm sure even he knew himself that he would have made noise running off to the opposite bomb site there. It was a desperate plea.
Yeah, that's a good word.
Don't shoot me. But that's not going to happen. It's a competitive Counter-Strike match. So, yeah.
Are you the guy who, like, if you're in a 1v1 types knife question mark? you do that?
If it's 15-0 or 12-0,
Yeah,
yes.
fair enough, okay. If I know he's got low health, then I do it. I know I got an advantage.
I just do it anyway to surprise them.
So you just say knife question mark and then
No,
you
I
shoot them
say
when they have
nothing.
their knife?
I say nothing and run at them with a knife.
Okay, all right. Damn. Respect. Sounds like you're from South Africa.
Goodness me. That was actually a really important kill from Isaac. I thought that was going to be the one that would break open the round for GamerLegion once again, because it removed Burnzan's position in cave. But Snacks was the one to do that in the end. Unfortunately, couldn't do it all. And now, this final round of the first half is underway. Bye, thankfully, is still good for both teams. Snacks only on a Galil, but has full util.
Yeah, I mean, GamerLegion just did so well in the 7 rounds they won in a row that they were comfortably able to afford buys in all these rounds that they've been losing. That has not been a problem. Money has been no object. MIBR, the comeback has been on hard mode, running in or playing into these gun rounds consistently, but they've been up to the task here. Can they cap off this first half with a win? That would certainly leave a sweeter taste in their mouth and give them some good momentum going into their T side, which is much needed at this point.
Exactly. I would say that MIBR will definitely be disappointed with 5, but after the start that GamerLegion has, they'll be delighted with it.
Yeah, exactly. It's a subjective situation at that point. Take what you can get.
Indeed. Another slow one for GamerLegion. I know they've got all this utility, so perhaps looking to go for a double pump toward B, or will it be a single pump? Good counter flash by Drop. You saw at least 3 players on the left-hand side of your screen there, affected by that one. They will go toward the site, nade in toward that smoke. They break both side smokes, and that causes Kios to change up his position. Thankfully, they're able to make it a 1-for-1, but in goes Instani. Oh, last bullet in the clip takes Isaac as well. It's back into a 2v2 once again. It's Snacks and Kios, safe and exit to retake. Kit available for both, and a smoke on exit could prove to be huge. Plant will be down, and now the time will tick away. When does Safe choose to swing? He knows that one player's locked behind the plant pillar. You'll see the leg now, but that's a brilliant catch as Kios looks to jiggle him out. It's down to Snacks again, and his only option might be to either spam the wood or jump through the smoke. And I think spamming the wood is going to be the way he'll go. Finds it through it, and now exit time really is against him. He's going to try and do exactly the same thing, but it's only a tap. Snacks is going to now leap his way out.
He's got it.
I don't believe this. Oh, I think he's just got it, actually. He's going to be so close. Oh, my goodness. How has he got away with that? MIBR will be delighted with a 5th. We're going to go to a break. See you in a minute.
Always thought I could walk the fire, blow up the storm and see the light, yeah. I told my friends that I could run on water, and they said nobody can.
A super close defuse leads us into a very close first half as well. Surprisingly so as well. GamerLegion will be disappointed to only get 7 when they led 7-1.
Yeah, exactly. 7 out of the first 8, and it is going to be all they carry through into the second half. MIBR, they're the ones with the momentum behind them. A very early smoke in towards the top of middle. They have a molly to play with as well. Outside of that, it's armor. So that indicates they're going to be moving with pace right now. And in fact, they're going straight through their own smoke. This is an adaptation.
I think it's completely unexpected for GamerLegion as well. They've run into the one spot where GamerLegion have no pressure on whatsoever, and Isaac's going to be completely shocked how quickly he's been shot in the back. That is ridiculous. Wow. Kios is going to go down with nothing. Exit and safe. Team up for that one and leap their way in to an A-site plant. GamerLegion completely split apart there.
Yeah, what a beautiful approach coming through from MIBR. Now they just need to lock it down in the post plant to continue their hot streak from the end of their CT side into the start of their T half. Volt, Snacks, and A-Core looking to recover the situation, but they don't have a kit between them. There's no way you're spinning that 10-second defuse, Volt. That was courageous, but it's going to be MIBR who clean up. I wonder if their standard pistol round is smoke top mid, molly donut, and try and pressure maybe shelf or something. They're expecting to be anti-stratted, so they change it up.
Could very much possibly be the case. That is, I think even MIBR will be slightly surprised they managed to get all the way through into CT spawn in the matter of seconds with no contention. And that is a perfect way for MIBR to keep, as you say, that first half going into this second half. And this is a very interesting force from GamerLegion. 3 FAMASs, or FAMI, whatever you want to call it. 5-7 and a Deagle. This is now going to be very interesting because they've invested everything they could possibly do. Only A-Core leaving a little bit in reserve for the future CT side AWP, of course.
It's a very risky boost they're employing there in towards middle, because even if you just get the 1 kill, it's so much information for the T side, knowing that there's at least 2 players in that position, and he's going to lose his life. And now, Instani knows for a fact there's a second player, but he decides to hang around, which I don't actually think was necessary after he gets that first frag.
Yeah, it's a sort of a case where you know what's there, so you want to fight it. But Kios will do the job well and get 1 back in return. Drop with the MAC-10. Maybe entry through Jaguar and into Snacks. Information spotted by Volt, though, so they've got a nice little crossfire for this. As soon as Snacks takes contact, that's when Volt will swing to help. Yeah,
and Volt's just hoping he's taken the attention away from Snacks, but the drop is going to deploy the molly. Snacks, you're burning, you need to get out of there. And he will eventually fall back. A lot of damage being done right now by Drop with that MAC-10. Snacks is going to reassume the position, but Drop is fully aware that could be the case.
Well, now they're aware it's definitely that double setup I mentioned, right? Because they saw Volt too.
Yeah.
So they're going to completely leave that alone, and I don't blame them. Kios now has a big job to do with just his FAMAS, and he will take down Brunzan, but there's one more play coming from long, and he can't react. Safe catches him in the open, and the bomb will go down with just about time to spare, I think. Hang on a second, though. A-Core could deny it if he wants to go for it. He's going to swing! Oh, it just got down in time! Can you believe it? Suddenly 2v2, but the health is not good on Volt and Snack.
Yeah, MIBR have a good chance now. The fact that the C4 has actually been activated. No kit between them either as they work in tandem, edging their way forward. That MAC-10 can chew them up and spit them out. Snack's not even clearing it. He will at least be traded, but how does Volt force the fight here? He needs a 10-second defuse to win the round here for his team, and X is just going to toy with him at this point. Round will go the way of MIBR. And that was a really well-worked round coming through from them as well.
That's one of the most annoying situations for a CT when you're trying to defuse the bomb on A and your enemy is just jumping back and forth in donuts, and he can see all the information, and you can do nothing about it. Great round from MIBR, but a great fight from GamerLegion as well. They made that one close, but that force buy, not working out.
I really like the way Safe played his position in the A main as well. He knew he had lost his teammate and he didn't immediately swing. He was also low on health, so had he swung and gone down, that would have been the bomb dropped. He paused for a moment, his teammates from Donut were then able to come through, they took the contact and he got the trade.
Absolutely. Snacks has a Zeus.
All right.
Come on. Let's get a Zeus kill.
Yeah, I think the Zeus is actually one of the most underrated guns in Counter-Strike, to be honest with you.
I mean, yeah, why not? You can take away
$300 investment.
You can take away so much from an enemy.
Yeah, their pride.
Definitely, that's one of them.
I think that's the top of the list.
Yeah, maybe. And you walk in and it goes,
Trav always has the best Zeus impression, guys. I stand by that. Second to none.
I haven't even pulled out the best one yet. Relax.
All right.
Instani will deal with Isaac. One more player behind the default box, of course, but it's not much weaponry to have to deal with. One AK recovered. That was on Volt, of course, but he's been removed unceremoniously, I'm afraid, and it's all going to be clean for MIBR, and everything is coming up Millhouse. 5 players alive.
They were losing 7-1 at one point, Trav. They've won 7 rounds in a row since then. They've got all the momentum behind them, and they're not showing signs of slowing down anytime soon. We know in CS2 it's been heavily T-leaning as well, and with the momentum behind them, they must be feeling really good about this.
What a recovery.
Yeah.
They're very happy with themselves. I mentioned, of course, that maybe T-side could be a little bit more of a struggle for them. They've done a lot of their good work on CT. You brought that stat up, I believe.
Yeah, true.
So, yeah, I'm impressed they've managed to recover this so quickly. But GamerLegion now have a chance to fight back. A-Core is on his AWP. Utility is okay as well for GamerLegion, actually, on what is now, of course, technically, first proper gun round for them in this second half. That's the problem with forcing on round 2.
Yeah. Kind of delays proceedings a little bit. A-Core not going to hang around to find out after he gets that open and kill, falls back through the molly. This is such an important gun round here for GamerLegion as well in the grand scheme of things. Lost 7 rounds in a row, lose this one. 9-7 becomes 10-7. Volt's going to aggress though, and he pushes into a number of players. And it doesn't even look like MIBR are going to activate off the back of that kill.
Yeah, Volt looking for information. That perhaps might be the smallest mistake from Volt, but it could make a big difference in this round. Kios moving forward. We'll deal with Bernzan to at least recover that man advantage, but all 3 MIBR players are in that cave position. At the moment, GamerLegion are kind of playing retake. They're allowing MIBR to get into all this site. Might not have all the utility they want. When I say all the utility they want, they've actually now got none left. To allow them to get the plant down, I say that, maybe not. Safe's got it. 13 HP to spare now. There's more nades coming in. Oh my goodness, it's on the floor. But there is a kill in return from Drop. They might have to just fight their way through this one. Drop will do more damage to Snacks, 2v2, and the bomb's still not down yet.
Oh, finally he's going to be able to activate that C4. Exit in the meantime has just been biding his time and waiting for his opportunity. Such an important round here for GamerLegion. They had the advantage for a while. They do not have a kit in play either, so time is of the essence right now. No further utility as they've smoked off Cave. Who's going to take contact here between Snacks and Isaac? Who's going to be the one to activate first? It's not ideal that it's Snacks, but it doesn't seem to matter.
Thankfully, Isaac is the hero. A bit of a spray transfer there, I believe, after getting the first kill, and then just judges it through the smoke, knowing that Drop is still behind the pillar. Snacks with the AWP. It's been a long time since I've seen that. But fortunately for him, he wasn't needed on this occasion.
I'm thinking back to the Mouse days when he took over the AWP for a bit.
Oh god, that's that stand-in period, right?
Wasn't a part of the team, if I recall correctly.
I think he stood in for Mouse, right, and they won an event with him, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
I believe. Was it ESL New York?
I actually think it was, yeah.
Or Belo Horizonte.
I would trust your memory, man. You're the memory bank on this one.
It could be Belo Horizonte. I'll have to look at it later. And it was a spray transfer. I was right. I could see by the third-person view Isaac did that really well. And that's 2 really important kills from him. He's only 6 and 11 this game. We called on Isaac to be one of the men who has to step up, of course, on this GamerLegion roster with the lack of that firepower of Imma. Sure, Imma was set up a lot on that old GamerLegion team to put in those incredible numbers. But Isaac gets 2 very important frags to secure a buy round for GamerLegion that finally stops the rot.
Yeah, true. That has to be the first of many steps, though. Can't be a round 1 in isolation. All right, well, we do see the coaches both studying their notes, and back into the game we go. This is the swing round here. Neither team have any residual cash left in the bank. Whoever loses this one has to eco in the next.
Yeah, only 2 players up for GamerLegion in their round. They finally win, and it's an MP9 of Volt to get removed immediately, and Snacks only has that XM as well. This is going to be tough. to recover from here. Thankfully, Acor has a nice sight line, but he might be about to get swung upon. He'll get swung from behind.
The boost.
Yeah, over the top of the smoke. And Sani finds him, and the biggest threat. And the way for GamerLegion to get back into this round is gone already.
Yeah, and Akor's left scratching his head, thinking, Kios, what's just gone on there? How am I being shot from behind? But Kios couldn't do anything about it, and well, Isaac's gone down. 4 versus 2. Snacks only has an auto shotty in play. Sure, it's an alligator, has a lot of damage potential, but this round has gotten away from GamerLegion at a rate of knots, and it's not even like MIBR have done anything particularly special. Just been able to shut down everything that's come their way.
Yep, and now they know where Snacks is. He's making so much noise, but that flash is superb from Snacks. A self-flash into the angle. Kios took Burnzan in the meantime. Hang on a moment. Insani needs to clutch. 1 versus 2. We know what this kid is capable of. He's going to have to put it into practice right now. Both GamerLegion players coming in from the same angle. He finds Snacks. He's looking for Kios. He's shoulder peeked him out. And now he can just deploy all of his own utility to continue to be a nuisance for Kios. Kios needs this 3rd kill to step up for his team, but Insani takes point. And there is the star power we see from MIBR's youngster.
So cool to see him standing up on LAN as well when his team needs him the most in a clutch situation. Holds his nerve. You could see there wasn't a moment where he was doubting himself or where he was panicking. Great composure from him, and that's a big problem for GamerLegion. They win a round to finally break the streak, but then it's straight back to losing ways afterwards. It wasn't even the boost. It was actually a clearance of the smoke that comes through. Kios was left helpless. Great attempt from Snacks. He really did everything he could, but it was in vain.
Yeah, Snacks doing some of his old school madness there, just flashing his way into a cheeky kill that almost turned the round. Then Insani turned it back.
All right, well, that's the lead regained now for MIBR as we head into the late stages of the map. Remember, the loser of this has to play in a best of 3 against 3D Max. And that's for elimination. So that's going to be a really tough game. That comes up later today. I wouldn't want to be in that position.
You're telling me? And look at this buy that GamerLegion putting forth here. It's actually a full investment other than Acor saving a little bit for a future or perhaps, but how much future will they be? It remains to be seen. Isaac, Mag 7, Acor Scout, Volt now recovered a Mac 10.
Not like that's something you're going to get particularly excited about, recovering a Mac 10. And, well, now they've been locked in towards Cave as well, but Snacks is still able to find an angle to at least keep the numbers even.
Snacks has got so many important kills in this game so far, and once again he's trying to get that wallbang into play. Saw that at the end of the first half when he was on that T side, almost winning that clutch. It would have been, what, 0.2 or something more time he had to have wasted to get that victory. And with how close this game is now, maybe it would have made such a big difference. Oh, he goes back for a little swing, and once again it's a huge headshot from Insani. That's going to force Volt away. Isaac may have at least found an upgrade, but there's no say in this round.
Yeah, and it's an upgrade to a FAMAS as well. Not like that's something you're going to write home about. Volt. Well, he's not even going to get out alive because Safe is in towards Red Room right now.
No.
And that is Isaac, who's also maybe taking an unnecessary fight here. I don't think Insani's going to reface considering how low he is. That's 10-8, and MIBR have won 9 out of 11 rounds, I think it is. 9 out of 10 rounds. Phenomenal work coming through from them. They've got all the momentum behind them, and now GamerLegion are going to have to eco.
Yeah, that was the worst thing about that previous force buy, of course. Are they at a stage where they just might be going for these sort of half investments for the rest of the game almost, or at least those last 2 rounds? I'm surprised they went all in, really, on that last one. They've been trying to keep it close, but, I mean, MIBR don't have the best economy themselves. Maybe that's their thought process behind that investment. But now they're once again left with one of these weird purchases. XM, FAMAS, 257s and a Deagle.
Yeah, Snacks has invested quite a lot. I think he's relying heavily
on getting a kill.
Yeah, exactly, that $900 cash injection. If he doesn't, then he's down to an MP9 in that next round or a FAMAS, and that's to try and stop MIBR from getting to match points, so not ideal. Is a bit of a stack over towards that A side right now, and MIBR are feeling out that side of the map, so maybe a way for GamerLegion to make a mark on the defense.
Well, this is going to be a tough setup for GamerLegion to hold. They need an insta-1 dig from Acor. It's a massive shadow advantage, but the swing from Insani is significant. And there goes Kios as well. They deal with it nicely. They found Isaac too. Exit will be hearing those rotations, of course. And now that the FAMAS is here, will they expect the pistol to be here as well? I think Volt shifted that one in, so that'll be unexpected, but Burnzan is waiting to pounce from long when given the okay.
Oh, there we go. Isaac actually forces the issue back in towards Donut. Safe is only going to be good for the one kill. That's the bomb that's been dropped as well. Oh, and Snacks is in towards Jaguar. This is a huge engagement. It's a headshot. He gets to upgrade to an AK, and there's a very realistic chance of him making something happen here in the 1v1.
Yeah, Burnzan has to use quite a lot of his util to grab the bomb, and Snacks might be in a position to go through this one. He's already in Donut, and Burnzan's planting in the open, and the noise he's made with his footsteps has forced him off it. And he's found a Molotov on the floor as well. That's going to burn Burnzan into the open, but 3 HP to spare. How is he alive? He goes for the swing, but Snacks deals with it and makes it happen. Fantastic stuff from Snacks once again.
Such good game sense there coming through from Snacks. Just able to get ahead of that molly. Phases through the smoke. What's that?
Look at that cheeky grin.
Yeah, he's happy with that one, man. We haven't seen much emotion from the GamerLegion side so much. But yeah, he's content with that play, and rightfully so. He came close a couple rounds ago, didn't go his way. I mean, you mentioned it, man. He's been having so much impact in this map already.
Yeah, just individual kills that might not necessarily win all the rounds, but are giving them great shots in all of them, and that's probably why they were continuing these purchases. They know they can win them. Isaac, that's a really important kill, and he does superb work in Donut here. Quick swap to the AK, taking safe, and then that battle between Snacks and Burnzan was pretty insane. Snacks does superbly. A little nod of appreciation for himself.
Yeah, I was going to say the nod of approval. Yeah, he's like, yeah, that was pretty good. I like that, man. Rest of the team super pumped, but Snacks, cold as ice.
Snacks is just such a great personality to have on a team like this as well.
Yeah.
When they've been gutted, losing Shui and Imma. Haven't played much on CS2 at all, not even any of those online events.
Yeah.
Between Sydney and now. The sort of personality they have with Snacks is exactly what makes it a nice gaming experience.
Yeah,
the
just
squad.
Elevates it for everybody. He'd be the glue in the team as well to bring everyone together.
And he's leading the way, frag-wise.
Absolutely. Great to see, man. 2023 Snacks on LAN. Inject that straight into my veins.
Take me back, Snacks. Take me back.
All right, well, MIBR, some unfamiliar territory here for them, Trav, as they have to settle for an eco.
Yeah, so much damage done by GamerLegion in these rounds. What was it, like 3 2v2s in 4 rounds or something?
Yeah. Down to the wire. Shouldn't be able to get much done here. I say shouldn't. Acor. He's not accounting for Insani's position. It's all falling apart at the seams. This was supposed to be GamerLegion's round for free. And now they're going to have to retake, at least, assuming MIBR find room for a plant, but they don't even need to go for the plant just yet.
Oh no, and Sunny's picked up this AWP. That's the only weapon they have and all its information, but I have to say GamerLegion are lucky not to just be left with one now. When I saw that MIBR recovered it into this 3v3, I was like, okay, well, they've still got Acor on the angle. No, we switched to Acor and he wasn't checking his close right, not realizing Insani was still up close. 2 big 1-digs from Burnzan.
Oh, this is a problem, Trav. They've given the bomb to Exit here to have to plant. He was the one who was watching the flank right now. That could prove to be a big issue. He's going to be able to activate the C4 at least.
This is great from Kios. He could have a great timing for this one. Oh, it's being checked back and forth kind of by the Temple player. Just seen at the last second, but that's a great reaction. Burnzan goes down. Another 2v2. How many have we had? And it's one that is winnable for both once again. Insani with that AWP. Oh, he's got 1 bullet left in the clip to kill 2 players. That's going to be a rough one. Of course, GamerLegion do have defuse kits. It's going to be a fight forward from Volt, but he'll get 1-dig by Exit, and now Insani's just baiting Kios in. There's nothing Kios can do. The Deagles come up trumps, and that's a huge one for MIBR to get them closer to the finish line.
Yeah, and that could be the straw that breaks the camel's back as well. Kios is, I mean, they did mention there was some illness going through the team at the moment. Normally, he's got a huge amount of energy. Normally, he's the guy who's pumping up the team. Looking, yeah, a bit... Oh, yeah, that was a beautiful kill. Just looking a bit flat at the moment. But like I said, you know, might be due to how he's feeling at the moment. Either way, massive kills coming through with the Desert Eagles.
It was insane from Burnzan, man. Completely changes the round and the complexion of the game now on its head. MIBR just 2 away. The favourites for this game, as we discussed, in our eyes, had to fight for it. And now they have what could be considered an easier round. Snax has a Nova. You've seen his shenanigans with the XM. It's only a Nova this time, but MIBR do have a clean bomb plant, and this should be 12.
Yeah, this is absolutely got 12 written all over it. Just about whether GamerLegion can inflict any extra damage or not, but I don't think it's going to happen.
Wow.
MIBR cleaning up from being down 7-1 at one point to now leading 12-9, 3 match points here. And it looks like they might commit GamerLegion to that lower bracket matchup. 3D Max waiting in the wings. One of the two teams will be going home today, assuming GamerLegion can't force OT from here.
Superb fight from MIBR. I mentioned they've done some good work on this map. Online recently.
Yeah.
Qualifying for another LAN in Dubai at the end of the year. They're going to be busy boys. They could have some more busyness in this event as well.
I mean, remember, they were on the brink of potentially not even qualifying for Jönköping when they were playing up against Sharks, and I think it was the old Paqueta team. I can't remember, did they become Red Canids?
Red Canids, I believe.
Yeah, and they got dropped into the lower bracket, and they had to come through the lower bracket to qualify, and now they're on the brink of getting themselves into a winner's match.
Yeah, incredible. It's been a great fight for them from the very beginning. From that open qualifier to here, or from that closed qualifier, sorry, to here. Class is permanent. Snax was the highest rated player at DreamHack Winter 2014.
Wow. What a stat line.
That is 9 years ago, Matthew.
I didn't realize 2014. I matriculated in 2014. You've just like slapped me across the face with that one, Trav. My God, okay.
I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry.
But I mean, you know, who else even competed at that event in 2014 that's still actually playing? Okay, well, Hedya did. She's not playing anymore. But I'm just thinking, I mean, you got maybe JW who's still playing for Eyeballers.
I'm going to have to look that up later.
Did Rain maybe compete in that event?
On that one. I think Rain did, yeah.
Okay.
Pretty sure.
Was that maybe like King Ewan or something like that? All right, Hedges here confirming everything. All right, well, let's see. Can GamerLegion force overtime? It's going to require 3 rounds in a row, and it doesn't look likely. Safe and Drop have started off perfectly.
This could be it for GamerLegion. They fought pretty well, considering what we thought about MIBR in this game. It's now time to see if MIBR can push this over the line. Snax, Isaac, and Acor try and recover what looks like an unrecoverable situation. Safe holds the line on the boost. Snax goes super aggressive, the only way he knows how. Tried his best in this game, did Snax. But I don't think it's going to happen for GamerLegion. They'll be dropping into that lower bracket unless Acor can win a 1v4.
Mate, they were leading 7-1 at one point. They've won 2 rounds since then, and MIBR are on the brink of winning 12 from that point. That is insanity. Acor gonna do his damnedest right now to try and ensure that's not the case, but surely there's no world in which he wins this 1 versus 4 on the wrong side of the map.
Come on, Acor. Give us something to shout about. Okay.
Mate.
My brother is going the wrong way.
Yeah, blood's on the wrong side of the map here.
Oh, he hasn't got a defuse kit either. That makes it all the more difficult. A Hail Mary nade over the top. That's not going to do anything, my friend. It's all he has left to fight with. There are 2 players in front of him. They're going to peek off the back of each other, and Exit will sort it out. What a recovery from MIBR. GamerLegion would have had their hopes high after being up 7-1, but now those hopes are now dashed.
That's going to give MIBR so much confidence going into the event as well. The fact they were down 1-7, you know, BO1, MR12, that's such a difficult position to recover